Has been brought to you by the following sponsors: Marshall Walmart Supercenter, Arth's Body Shop, The Wood Shop, and a big thanks to Time Warner Cable, and viewers like you.
Hello and welcome to this week's incredible edition of OWLTV. Once again, I'm Matt Mabry.
And I'm Caitlin Chevalier. Well, this show looks to be very promising.
Well, let's jump right into it. Our first story comes to us from Ricky and Max. They looked into the art program here at MHS.
Our art program is run by a teacher and a local artist, Sean Harris, and see what his plans are for this year.
Let us paint the picture for you of what he has in mind.
Sean Harris. I am an art teacher at Marshall High School. I currently teach Art 2, 3, and 4. I currently teach ceramics, the beginning and advanced class, and I also teach photography, the beginning and advanced class. Each of those classes comes with certain requirements that I expect students to achieve by the end of the year, certain things I want them to be proficient at and excel at. I'm also in charge of, I should say, the co-sponsor of Alpha Rho Theta, which is the art club on campus. This year we have a lot of projects coming up. We have a suitcase painting project that we are going to paint suitcases for foster kids in the community so that they have their own suitcase whenever they travel from home to home. They've got something that belongs to them and they can put their clothes and belongings in. We're also going to do a number of mural projects as well. I'm excited about a project that I'm looking into and getting started here at Marshall High School. It will be the first of its kind in the state of Missouri. It will be the first high school glass blowing program in the state of Missouri. Currently, there are no high schools or colleges in the state of Missouri that have a glass program. And in fact, on November 3rd, I'm going to be taking a group of students as well as administrators and board members down to Springfield to a glass studio, and I'm going to demonstrate for them and get them on the pipe where we can create some interesting things, some paperweights, some bowls, some vases, and things like that. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to getting this program started probably in the next 2 to 3 years. But we've got a lot of things that are happening in the art program. We recently picked up Jeremy Fry. He's the new art instructor. We're excited to have him on board. And like I said, there's a lot of things going on with our projects in class, our Alpha Rho Theta Art Club program, as well as the upcoming glass program in the next couple of years.
Well, it looks like he really knows what he's doing this year.
Indeed he does. Well, our next story comes to us from Connor and Jake.
Yes, indeed. They got the scoop on the girls' golf team and how they're doing so far this season.
Let's take a look.
Here, and we've got this year's story on the girls' MHS golf team. I'm here with Morgan Lamerson. She's here to talk to us about girls golf. So Morgan, I hear you took second place yesterday. Would you like to give us a little bit of information on that?
Yeah, I got second, and our team, everybody on the team improved, and we ended up winning the whole tournament, so it's really exciting.
And how long has it been since you guys have won a tournament here at MHS?
It's been a long time. They don't really know when the last time was.
Mr. Weaver, how's your season going this far?
Actually, it's going very well. Yesterday we won the California Invitational, which was the first tournament win for the girls golf program, and I mean, as far back as I can remember. It may go back all the way to the 70s. And what made it nice is I had 3 girls, Michelle Meyer, Gretchen Rohrs, and Jay Jenkins, all have personal bests with that. Morgan Lamerson finished second individually, and Jade finished 5th. And we shot the best team score we've shot in the years that I've been coaching, 377. So it was a good win, and it just, it's nice to do that early, or get that tournament win. So.
Oh, okay. How are the players doing this year? Are they better than last year?
Well, individually, they're pretty much almost everyone is scoring better than they did last year.
Do you plan on more victories down the road, or?
Well, we still have 3 more matches to go. We go to Sacred Heart on Monday, and we've played them before and we won. But you never know. You can't judge from one day to the next on the weather, the course conditions, and everything. We have Warrensburg. That's going to be a tough match. and then we have Hickman, which could probably be a tough match too with those 3 matches. So,
All right. Well, thank you very much.
thank you, Connor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to the girls this year, and as they continue the good work.
Moving on, Joe and Nathan have done a story on the Air Museum.
To tell you the truth, Matt, I have no idea what that is.
Me either, but I think we're about to find out.
Indeed.
2002 on this project, and we're very excited about the progress we've made. The building is under construction, and Septagon, our general contractor from Sedalia, promises that the building should be finished by the end of the year. We're excited because we already have people wanting to rent the building, and the waiting list is growing all the time. Behind me you can see drawings of what the building will look like. The building is precast concrete. It was built in Marshall by Core Slab Structures. The beauty of that is that it was built locally. It has repetitive pieces that will allow it to be expanded in the future, which we hope is in the next 5 years that it's already too small and we can enlarge the building very quickly and easily. The building is quite attractive. If you've been out and seen the progress from the street, you can see what's happening. This is a north elevation looking at the entrance doors. You can see where you will come in from the north side. The west part of that is actually the museum itself, and the building to the east would be the Civic Center that has so many uses. The east elevation is pretty much straight on. The building, the elevation from the south shows a wide door that the airplanes would have access to the building. This is the Civic Center itself. The Civic Center could seat up to 700 people in one sitting or more. But the beauty of it is that they will have partitions that can divide it into smaller cubicles so that we could have multiple functions going on at the same time. Behind me you probably can see parts of our collection of airplanes that we already have that came from Nicholas Beasley, the airplane company in Marshall that was here in the 1920s. We're very proud of our airplanes, and we're excited to have a place to show them off. And the day can't come soon enough that the public will be able to enjoy everything we've put together.
I see. Air Museum. It makes sense now.
Right. Well, Matt, did you know that GW and I went to look at the park schedule for this year out of Indian Foothills?
You know, I did not. Did you find out anything interesting?
You'll just have to watch and see.
I can't wait. Here it is.
Successful doggy plunge last Thursday night, and we had 75 dogs there. It was at the aquatic center before we drained the pool, and it was a terrific success. We had a lot of help from the veterinarians in town and the dog groomers, and we had a really nice time out there, and we will try and make it an annual event every year now. Also, last Saturday was the day in the park. We had another nice turnout, 250 kids with their parents, and it was a real nice activity. That another one that we don't charge for. We let them come free of charge, and parents as teachers brought in their big trucks. And we had a semi truck there, and a race car, and a agricultural field fertilizer spreader. And MMU brought a truck, and then the Medevac out of Sedalia brought in their helicopter, which was a pretty neat time there. Some of the things we got coming up this fall, we got the haunted bathhouse, and the hayride coming up. That'll be the weekend before Halloween. We tried it last year for the first time. It was very successful. We have a couple of organizations out at the college that help us. We're also going to try this year have our first Winter Wonderland in the park. We're asking clubs and organizations and individuals and in the community if you'd like to decorate. Real excited about the way the park's headed and what we're doing and the direction that we're headed. And I'm proud of the staff. I have a terrific staff, and they work hard and get a lot of...
Looks like some great fun.
It sure does. Our final story this week comes from DP, Jeremy, and Scotty.
Global warming is a huge threat to the environment these days, and these fine young men have done what they can to inform you on this horrifying subject.
Here's
hot. The next day it's cold. What's the deal? Well, you might know what it is. Global warming. We got some facts and opinions from MHS staff and students. Let's go out and find out the real scoop.
I think it's definitely occurring. Now, what I mean by that statement is the fact that we have more automobiles, we have more power plants, we have more sources of carbon dioxide being released into our atmosphere, more people on Earth than there's ever been before, and we're cutting down more trees, which is a source of carbon dioxide sink, which is being eliminated. So global warming, I think, is not a matter, is it occurring? I think it is occurring. But what the question is that scientists are debating with is what are going to be the effects? They cannot agree on that. Are we talking about dramatic change in weather patterns? Are we talking about a rise in ocean levels? A lot of debates going on. This is an area of Earth history that we haven't, it's unprecedented. Well, each individual around here may think, well, there's not a lot I can do about it, but yes, there is. We can carpool. But one thing that we can do around here that really can make a difference, and that is to recycle. We have a recycle center here in Marshall, near the Marshall Municipal Utilities Plant. We can recycle aluminum, tin cans, plastics, paper, bottles, glass. Recycling can make a big difference. One thing that is happening today that I'd like to let everyone know is we're using a lot of plastic bottles for drinking water. Right now, nationwide, 20% of those water bottles are being recycled. The other 80% are being thrown away.
Man, I surely think differently about driving everywhere. I might walk to some places, use a little less hairspray. Scott, DP, and Jerry Ross.
Wow, I feel almost enlightened.
I know what you mean.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. But let's see what old Julian has to offer this week in the wild world of sports.
Here at MHS, at least. Julian, tell us what's up.
Hey folks, I'm Julian Soto with your MHS Sports again this week. Hope everything is going well. Let's kick it off with football again this week. Our boys' first home game had the Fulton Hornets coming into battle with the Owls. Although it was a close and tough-fought game, the Hornets came out on top 35-27. This Friday night, Marshall hits the road again and heads to Moberly to take on the Spartans, who are the 5th-ranked team in the state. It's going to be a tough one, but Marshall is sure to give them trouble. The Lady Owls volleyball team played in the Smith-Cotton Invitational last Saturday and came out in 3rd place. The girls also banked in 2 more wins on Monday and Tuesday against Chillicothe and Higginsville. The girls volleyball team now stands at 10-5 on the year. Boys soccer is still on the verge of turning their season around, but it looks like it's not going to happen. The boys recently dropped 2 more games to move to 4-10, and with only 9 games in the season left, and most of them being against top soccer schools, it looks like it might not happen. To cap it off, the Lady Owls softball team is still in a slump and on a 5-game losing streak. The Mexico Bulldogs hosted the Owls Monday and shut them out 10-0. The girls are now 2-13 and only have 2 games left in the season. And that's going to do it for me this week. Talk to you later.
Julian, for that fantastic report.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of OWLTV.
If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact us at 886-2244, extension 265.
Until next.
See you later.
Meatball on white. Next. You want mustard on that or not? Come on, I haven't got all day here. It doesn't come with peppers. They're extra. Hurry up, pay the lady. Next. Chicken's fresh, I killed it myself. So that's what you want? Next. While we're still young, you know you told me you wanted mustard. Get out of here. Time's up. Back of the line.
Hey, excuse me.
What?
Great sandwich. Thanks.
Compliments. Pass them on.
Get out of here.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.